Hola. So the assignment today is focusing on helping you improving descriptions, improving how to describe things. And this is part of that whole circumlocution that I talked to you guys about. That when we don't know something, we don't look it up in another language. We describe it in our own language and hope that somebody can help us out, fill in the blanks. So that's really the skill that we're focusing on. So the words that you realize that I picked, the nouns, were actually nouns. So are actually very basic ones: book, chair, things that you've had before. Because I don't want you thinking about learning new vocabulary. I want you to actually think about describing that vocabulary. So I wanted to pick things that you were comfortable with. So the first thing is what you need to do. So first of all, you're responsible for identifying the Spanish word, knowing the English of that Spanish word, and defining that Spanish word. And also, I would like you to write whether it is a feminine noun or a masculine noun, just as a review. So if it has la computadora, then that's feminine. If it's los or el, then it's going to be a masculine noun. So please include that there. You're also going to have to include then the definition in the English of the definition so that it helps you study. Let's work through one example. Actually, let's work through two examples, and then I'll let you go to work. So the first one here, I have una cosa electrónica que usas para organizar materiales digitales o para usar la internet. And you're just like, oh, that's really long. It is, but you recognize most of those words. And this may be difficult for you to come up with. Obviously, I know Spanish, and so my vocabulary is a lot larger, than yours. My selection, at least. So what we're going to do then is look at the English, and notice how I've underlined some words. And those are what I call the transferable words. These are the words that you're going to use the remainder of the year and for the rest of your Spanish career. And this is the word que, relative pronoun that ties thoughts, that ties two things together. So this is an electronic thing that you use in order to. The next one then is para and plus an infinitive. So meaning in order to or for, sometimes can be used for organizing, for using, or to use or to, but it has to be with an infinitive in order to have that meaning. And so those are the two things that I used for there. So let's look at número dos, los audífonos. Una cosa que usas para escuchar la música o un audio privadamente. So again, I used que, which means that. Que without an accent means that. Que with an accent means what. Very close words, so just be careful, keep them separated. And then I used in order to once again, which is para. Everything very basic. The only thing you may have to look up here is privadamente. But for the most part, all the other words you've run into at one point or another. And so I'd like you to try the next 10 on your own, and then be ready to share these with El Señor Robinson or myself tomorrow. All right. Buena suerte.